For the Seahawks, that big win against the Arizona Cardinals, 23-20, and what Sam Darnold was doing out there on the field, it was clear that they made the right decision getting him in free agency. Thursday Night Football, their games are always a little different, and this was a wild game, a weird game, with the Seahawks winning 23-20. It seemed like Seattle had complete control of the game for the majority of it, but just weird stuff was happening for Seattle. They had a pick that they actually fumbled back to the Cardinals, which ended up giving them 3 points. Marvin Harrison was just coughing up the ball as well, just dropped a pass that Seattle ended up picking off. And Sam Darnold, to me, all day, I mean, he was just hitting some impressive throws. I know that the Cardinals are playing backup cornerbacks, but he was hitting big-time passes. And the more impressive thing was, up until this week, he had really been staring for JSN, but JSN was covered early in the game, and so he was spreading it out, distributing to other people. But then when it was time, they went straight JSN to get down the field, get in field goal range. He was making big plays. Interesting night for him. He was obviously frustrated early. He even had a play where he took away a touchdown with a hold that would have been to Charbonnet. That would have really ended the game. But despite all of that, he made up for it and made plays when it counted the most. Mike Macdomald, man, I mean, the Seattle already had a good culture, so you can't say he completely built a culture. But what they got something rocking here. That it's just a really talented team. Their defense seems to get better week by week, and just what the offense started doing. We know what Walker can do when he's fully healthy, and Charbonnet when they've continued that. But adding Sam Darnold to the mix with that, it definitely has added big time layers for the Seahawks. And like I said, that defense was just flying. Like, yes, the Cardinals are a little bit of an interesting team. They were doing they were making some big errors, and other times they were just kind of being a little goofy. But I really believe that for Seattle, they look like the better team all night. They hit a huge field goal. By the way, shout out to the kicker. Smelling salts before the kick is crazy. But he went up, kicked it, boomed it home in Myers, and really impressive stuff for Seattle. You know, you're on the road on a short week. Yes, you did beat the Saints to help prepare for this and give yourself a little time off, but still an impressive game given the circumstances. They fought. They didn't get rattled late. Sam Darnold drove down the field, kicked the field goal, like we talked about, and that was just impressive stuff. And now as you sit there at 3-1 with the win over the Cardinals, you do have that loss to the 49ers, but now they've dropped to 3-1, and the Rams are at 3-1 as well. So now, crazy looking three-way tie between three very good teams, honestly. And going forward, up next, you get this. This is an interesting next 3 games for the Seahawks as they get the Buccaneers. That's a big game with them coming off that loss to the Eagles. But a huge game there for both these teams as they try to jockey now for position with those 3-1 spots. The Jags, also a 3-1 team. They've looked good in the previous weeks. So we'll see what Seattle can do with them. And then the Texans, who right now they look dead, but we'll see what happens with that. They did just win a game against the Titans, but at 1-3, they don't seem to have much juice. Again, I say this most of the time. 2-1 is really the goal, but it's a tough upcoming schedule with the Bucs and Jags, 2 teams that, you know, at least the Bucs on offense and the Jags on defense look to be very, very good at one thing. Seattle right now, their strength has been they kind of look like a balanced team. So we'll see if they can continue to keep that up throughout the season, and specifically in these upcoming games. But shout out to Sam Darnold. He played great on Thursday night. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to do weekly videos for each team. So we have playlists directed to your team and the week in the description. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, and most importantly, comment in that section. I'd love to talk to you guys about what you think about the videos, what could be improved, what I did right. Thank you again. Lumia Sports. Peace.